loves eating out, whether it's burgers, pizza, pasta. We love going to restaurants. But too many restaurants can definitely affect our waistlines. Let's talk about how to eat your favorite restaurants at home to make them healthier and still have a great experience. Here's how we can make burgers, pasta, pizza at home so we don't have to give them up in the long course, and we can learn how to eat these things and still incorporate them in a healthier fashion. Today, I'm gonna show you how to make a quick, easy pizza that your family will love, that's half the calories as if you were to order from a Domino's or go out to like a Metro Pizza. And then after that, I'll talk about some substitutions and how to make burgers and pasta more calorie friendly. And after that, we'll talk about some modifiers to help with burgers and pastas. I have 2 children at home and their favorite food is pizza. There's not a week that goes by where they're not asking, can we order pizza? The problem that I have with pizza is it's typically very greasy. They like the cheesy kind. It's just not the healthiest. And if you know that you're trying to lose weight, it is definitely not on the healthy list for transformations. One of the things that I had to learn was how to make pizzas at home in a fast way that everybody loves, that can still keep me on track for my goals, but still give the kids their easier, healthier version of a cheese pizza. Let me show you how. All right, so we're gonna take a whole grain pita, which I really like because it's the perfect size. And then what I like to do is I will do tomato paste because it has a little less ingredients than a tomato sauce. You can put tomato paste on the whole wheat pita as much as you want. I always like to then put a layer of spinach because it's gonna melt anyways, and this is how I get my veggies into my kids. So they still get their cheese pizza if they want cheese pizza. But the cool thing about this is it just gives them a little bit of veggies because you want your food to be as colorful as possible. Now for my pizza, I want to make sure that I am getting my protein in. So I will do 3 pieces of ham, which is 99% fat-free, and it is a 20 grams of protein. And then I also will add a little bit of ground chicken, cut up chicken that I already cooked this week from another meal. Sometimes I'll skip the ham and sometimes I'll just do the ground chicken, or you can also buy a rotisserie chicken and then you don't have to cook it and you could just shred it and add it on top. So I've got my protein first, which is really, really important. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add more veggies because I'm kind of a snooty pizza person. I like all the fancy things, so I will do the peppers on mine. I like to go with the roasted red peppers. I also really like garlic, so I will do a little bit of garlic on mine. I just sliced a couple pieces. Sometimes I crush it. I really just love garlic, period. Then from there, I also like artichoke hearts, so I will put artichoke hearts, and this is just about making sure that I'm getting a good variation of veggies. Again, if you are trying to build a healthy plate for yourself, you wanna do protein, carbs, and veggies, and I already had my fat for the day, so I'm not gonna add too much fat on this. And then I also like basil, so I will add basil on top of it. If I didn't have my fat for the day, I usually add Clamato olives on it, and it's perfect. So this is a pizza that I would order at like a fancy pizza place anyways. From here, I'm gonna do really light cheese most of the time. The only reason I'm putting cheese on it is kind of just to hold it together, and I'm not really a big cheese person anyway, so it works out good. But this is why making it at home is better, because you can control how much cheese you want. So I usually do about 1/4 cup, and then I know I'm not adding a bunch of extra fat to something that I don't really need. And then my carb is the pita. This whole pizza right here will come out to anywhere from 280 calories all the way up to 350, depending upon what I put it on. And it's stacked pretty high, and it's really, really good. Most of the time, if I was to eat 1 piece of pizza from a Domino's or a nice pizza restaurant, we're looking at 350 for 1 slice. And most of the time we're eating more than 1 slice. Cool thing about this is if you set this up, we can also do another pizza for the kids. And usually I set this up as like a little pizza bar, and everybody makes their own pizza. So if we're doing that, we wanna get the kids some veggies. They will not even know. They'll see it, but they won't taste it. My son really likes ham and pineapple, so we'll do a couple pieces of ham. And then I buy him the turkey pepperoni. There's just no way I'm gonna get away from it. So I try to get him the healthiest that I can. And then he really also likes the olives. Oh, my daughter will eat a cheese pizza, so we'll add a little bit of olives on top. And then sometimes he wants chicken, sometimes he doesn't. And then for his, I will just put more cheese. And the kids can have a higher calorie diet. It's not necessarily about them, you know, eating super low, super lean. They do need to grow, but this is gonna be way healthier than the cheese pizza that we're ordering from a Pizza Hut or a Domino's because it's not gonna be covered in oil and need to be blotted. That was for the pizza, you can make modifications for burgers. I want you to think of your favorite burger at a restaurant. Mine happens to be for a special treat. There is a barbecue burger that I really, really love. So I can order that from a restaurant and it will be anywhere from 1,000 calories all the way down to maybe 800 if I get a small size. I can make that same burger at home, and just by switching a few things. First would be the meat. I can go with a 99% lean turkey if I really wanna really keep my calories and my fat content low. Or I can even do a 96% ground beef. So just by changing the patty itself, I'm saving quite a bit of calories. Then the next thing I would do is pick a healthier barbecue sauce. So something like a G. Hughes that you can purchase at like a Walmart or a Walden's Farm is gonna be much lower in sugar and calories than something like a Baby Ray's. So switching out the barbecue sauce and switching out the actual meat will help cut the calories quite a bit. Now, a lot of you like cheese, so switching from a yellow cheese to a light cheese, like a provolone or even a thin slice of cheddar will also help cut those calories down as well. I can control when we're actually grilling that patty and I'm making sure that the pan is not filled with oil. So overall, if I make that same exact burger at home, I can stack it with lettuce, tomato, I can put some red onion on it. If I want a little bit of basil, I can do that. And then I can put it on a whole grain bun or I can wrap it in lettuce. But that will cut that burger calorie down from 1,000 calorie burger at say Red Robin all the way down to maybe a 500 calorie, 400 calorie burger, depending upon the things that I put on it, whether I have a bun or not. I could even double that patty for double the protein, have the same exact burger, and it's much lower at home because I'm controlling the ingredients. Let's talk pasta next. That's also a very simple swap. You can create the meatballs yourself, again, just by picking a leaner meat. So going with a 99% turkey is gonna be the best bet here. You can either roll it up into a ball, or my favorite is we do ground turkey. We add a little bit of Italian seasoning to it, some crushed garlic, and now the meat has a little bit of flavor. Throw in some veggies with it. Some spinach will cook up really good. Even some broccoli will cook up really good. Adding some veggies to that pasta and then controlling the amount of pasta and noodles that you actually put on your plate will also help you keep that portion size in the right amount and keep those calories nice and low. Lastly, with the pasta, go light on the cheese if you're gonna use it, or if you're on a transformation, you can always skip the cheese, and then pay attention to your spaghetti sauce. Those are typically very high in sugar because they are overly processed. One of the tips that we like to do is we will actually buy a can of diced tomato basil. One can, we'll put it in, we'll add a cup of water and let it kind of boil and simmer. It'll thicken up, and now I've reduced all of the extra ingredients and processed foods that are in an actual jar of spaghetti, and now we have our own sauce. These are small little tips. Think about being creative. Think about the things that you enjoy eating. Think about the things your families like to eat and find ways that you can make those same things at home Even if you were to cut your restaurant eating out in half and do half of it at home, you can still reduce the calories significantly, which is gonna be a way better option if you're trying to lose weight. You don't have to give up the food you love, you just have to know how to make them at home and get creative. This is one of my favorite topics to talk about. If you have a recipe or a restaurant that you really love, you can comment it below and we can always try to help you with a recipe or make a video on how to make that healthier for the next time. If you need help with nutrition or you want more information, make sure you click the link below in the description to get my free guide. I hope this was helpful. See you in the next video.